If you've been waiting for the right moment to save big, this is it. Costco just dropped some of the craziest deals we've seen all year. And if you're not acting fast, you're about to miss out on the kind of discounts that make regular shoppers feel like insiders. I'm talking real savings, not the fake rollbacks and flashy tags at other stores. This is where smart money moves. And in June 2025, every dollar counts more than ever. So let's not waste another second. I'm going to show you 10 Costco items you should be buying this month before they disappear. Trust me, number 1 alone will have you rethinking your entire grocery list. 10. Rubbermaid Brilliance Food Storage, 16-pack, $29.99. Let's kick this off with a quiet powerhouse that's finally on sale. And not just any sale. Right now at Costco, this 16-pack is going for under $30, which means you're paying less than $2 per container for one of the most durable, leak-proof, microwave-safe sets on the market. That's a wild deal for something you'll use every single day. And once you upgrade, you won't go back. Because no one misses the smell of melted plastic or mystery stains in their lunchbox. A friend of mine, full-time job, 3 kids, always meal prepping, used to rely on those flimsy containers that melted after one reheat. Lids warped, sauces leaked, and his lunch bag? Disaster zone. He switched to these and never looked back. They lock tight, stack neatly, and survive both the microwave and freezer without cracking under pressure. It's one of those upgrades you don't realize you needed until you finally stop cleaning up messes that never should have happened. Deals like this don't stick around long. When Costco slashes the price on something this useful, shelves empty fast. You blink, you miss it. And then you're back to spending twice as much for half the quality at other stores. So if you've ever opened your fridge and found a pool of soup where a seal should be, this one's for you. Smart storage isn't flashy, but it saves you money, food, and frustration every single week. Cascade Platinum Plus Dish Pods, 82 count, $20.49. Ever opened your dishwasher expecting clean plates and instead found crusty forks, cloudy glasses, and a bowl that still smells like last night's chili? That used to be me, every week. I tried switching detergents, running extra cycles, even scrubbing before loading. Nothing worked until I tried these. Cascade Platinum Plus isn't just a clever name. These pods actually handle the mess, even the dried-on, stuck-hard, baked-in kind. This month at Costco, you get a box with 82 of these heavy hitters for just over $20. Do the math. That's cents per wash for top-tier performance. Way cheaper than Amazon, and Target doesn't even come close. No more rewashing, no more wasting water, and no more wondering if your dishes are clean enough. Just pop one in, hit start, and walk away. Knowing it's done right the first time, here's the kicker. These aren't just stronger, they're smarter. Designed to break down food residue and grease with a single dose, so you're not just saving money, you're saving time and effort too. And if you've ever had to rerun a load right before guests arrive, you know exactly why this is a triple win you shouldn't miss. 8. Ziploc Variety Pack, 322 bags, $11.49. You ever try stuffing leftover chili into one of those thin sandwich bags? Yeah, I did once. Total disaster. Bag split, sauce everywhere, fridge smelled like regret for a week. That's when I stopped messing around with knockoffs and stocked up on the real deal. This Ziploc Variety Pack doesn't play. You get 4 sizes, from snack to gallon. 322 bags in total. And right now at Costco, the whole set's going for just $11.49. That's the kind of value that turns an everyday product into a monthly lifesaver. And when you're juggling work, kids, or just trying to stop wasting food, this makes your kitchen feel in control. That's less than 4 cents a bag, which is wild when you think about how often you use them. Freezing fruit? Done. Packing lunches? Covered. Storing leftovers? Marinating meat? Organizing travel items? It handles it all without tearing, leaking, or fighting back when you try to seal it. And the best part? You don't have to ration them like gold. At this price, you can actually use what you need without feeling guilty. They're sturdy, reliable, and somehow always just the right size, like they were built for real life, not staged pantries on Instagram. It's one of those unglamorous purchases that quietly saves your routine. It doesn't make headlines, but it makes a difference. Every single week. And when you're not wasting food or ruining a lunch because of a cheap bag split, that's money staying in your pocket where it belongs. Especially in a year like this one. It's small habits like this that compound over time. And that's how frugal turns into freedom. And if you think a simple plastic bag can stretch your dollar, wait until you see what number 7 does for your entire dinner table. This next one's sneaky good 7, Vanity Fair Everyday Napkins, 660 count, $9.49. They say you eat with your eyes first. But if your table's covered in paper-thin, fast food napkins that tear the moment you touch them, that first impression might be doing more harm than good. I used to think napkins didn't matter, until I hosted a Sunday dinner and saw my guests wiping their hands on their jeans because mine couldn't handle sauce. That was the moment I switched to these. The Vanity Fair. Everyday napkins aren't just thicker, they feel like a small upgrade that changes the whole tone of a meal. You get 660 of them in a pack, and right now Costco has them for under $10. That's barely over a penny per napkin, and yet they feel soft, clean, and way more refined than the scratchy ones you've been pulling from discount shelves. These hold their own during messy dinners, make quick cleanups feel easier, and honestly just make the table look like someone cared. Whether it's taco night or date night, these bring a quiet sense of calm to the chaos. And here's what nobody talks about. Sometimes the smallest upgrades bring the biggest feeling of order. When everything in life feels expensive or rushed, setting a table with something that looks like it costs more, but actually doesn't, that's where frugal meets thoughtful. And when the whole family eats better, feels better, and you still saved money, that's a win on every level. So now that the table's set, let's talk about something that's not just clean, but clean water. Because number 6 might be the most quietly powerful savings on this entire list. Say, Brittle water filters, 10-pack, $32.49. Let me ask you something real. Are you still hauling cases of bottled water into your trunk every week, just to throw those same bottles into the recycling bin days later? Because right now, for just over $3 a filter, you can stop the cycle entirely. This Brita 10-pack at Costco is one of those hidden savings people overlook until they realize they've been spending hundreds a year on something they could get straight from the tap, just cleaner. Each filter lasts for weeks and replaces roughly 300 plastic bottles. That's money saved, cabinet space freed, and way less plastic piling up. And the water? Crisp, clear, fresh, without the chemical aftertaste or the guilt that comes from tossing another single-use bottle. If you've got a family or even just a busy schedule, this isn't just a cost saver, it's a lifestyle fix. Because the last thing anyone wants to do is run out of clean water on a busy morning. And hey, if you've made it this far, do yourself a favor and hit that like button. Subscribe to Frugal Daily, because this is what we do. Every week, we dig through the noise to find what actually helps you stretch your dollars and simplify your life. You're not just watching a list, you're joining a smarter way to shop. Now let's jump into the top 5. And trust me, number 4 is a freezer find that no one expects to be this good. All 5, Bounce Dryer Sheets, 320 count, $8.79. There's something about pulling warm laundry out of the dryer and catching that soft, clean scent. It's one of those small comforts that makes a chaotic day feel a little more put together. That's the bounce effect. And right now at Costco, you're getting 320 of these dryer sheets for under $9. That's less than 3 cents per load to make your clothes smell like fresh air and feel like you've actually got your life under control, even if the laundry pile says otherwise. If you've got kids who treat clean shirts like napkins, pets that shed like crazy, or a partner who still refuses to separate darks from lights, this isn't just a nice to have, it's damage control. These sheets help fight static, soften rough fabrics, and leave everything feeling just a little more polished, like your home's been upgraded without spending more. And when guests comment on how fresh your guest towels smell, that's a frugal flex most people never see coming. It's proof that small things add up, not just in savings, but in sanity. Because sometimes it's not about having luxury, it's about making the everyday feel a little more livable. And trust me, when something this simple brings that much ease for under $9, it's a no-brainer. Coming up next, number 4 is cold, creamy, and comes in a real fruit shell. You're not ready for how much fun this one brings to the table. Island Way Sorbet, 12 count, $11.49. This one's sneaky. It looks like something you'd only find at a fancy coastal resort, but it's sitting right there in the Costco freezer aisle, quietly blowing minds one backyard BBQ at a time. 12 handcrafted sorbets, each one served in a real fruit shell, orange, coconut, pineapple, the kind of treat that makes people stop mid-bite and ask, wait, where'd you get these? Pull them out at a family dinner, summer picnic, or even just after a long day, and suddenly, you're not just serving dessert, you're creating a moment. They taste as good as they look, creamy, light, with just the right amount of sweetness that makes both kids and adults go back for seconds. And the best part? You're paying less than $1 per piece for something that feels like a splurge without the price tag. It's these little indulgences, the unexpected ones, that make saving money feel like winning, not sacrificing. And when you can bring that kind of joy to your freezer for under $12, that's what smart shopping really looks like. All right, we're getting close now. Number 3 might just be the most surprising high-end find on this list. And yes, it's hiding in the toothbrush aisle. 3. Philips Sonicare Electric Toothbrush, 2-pack. $69.99. Let's be real. Your dentist didn't spend 5 minutes showing you how to brush for fun. He meant it. And this isn't just some impulse aisle toothbrush. It's 2 top-tier Philips Sonicare brushes, with travel cases and replacement heads, for the price you'd normally pay for just one at the other guys. This is pro-level dental care without the monthly regret of buying cheap and paying for it later at the dentist's office. You're not just brushing, you're investing in your smile, one pulse at a time. And in 2025, prevention beats the bill every single time. These brushes don't just clean, they scrub with precision. We're talking healthier gums, fewer stains, and that post-cleaning feeling you usually only get twice a year. Except now, you feel it every morning and night. That 2-minute timer? Game changer. It actually makes you brush better without even trying. If you've ever hesitated to upgrade your oral care because of the price tag, this is the moment to fix that. Costco just made it impossible to say no. And when something this important, your health, comes bundled with smart value, it's not just a purchase. It's a power move. Trust me, your future dental bills will thank you. But speaking of smart moves, number 2 is pure strategy. And if you've got freezer space, you're going to want in on this one. This one's all about playing the long game. 2. Kirkland Boneless Pork Shoulder Butt, $5 off per package. You know what real Costco pros do? They don't just toss meat in the cart, they dig. They scan every label, every weight, and go for the smallest package they can find. Because here's the trick. This isn't $5 off per pound, it's $5 off per package. So the lighter the pack, the better the deal. That means you're walking out with premium pork for just a few bucks, a savings move most people overlook while rushing through the meat section. And let's be honest, in a time when meat prices feel like rent payments, this kind of hack hits different. It's not about being cheap, it's about being clever with what you've got. It's one of those sneaky wins that adds up fast. Throw it in the slow cooker on Sunday, and you've got tacos, pulled pork sandwiches, and maybe even leftovers for midweek lunches. This isn't just about feeding your family, it's about feeding them well without draining your wallet. And if you freeze half, you just turned a single discount into weeks of ready-to-go meals. That's not budgeting, that's mastering the grocery game. Every time you pass by that meat cooler and skip this deal, you're leaving easy money on the table. And trust me, few things feel better than winning at dinner and the checkout line. This is what frugal looks like in action. Thinking ahead, spending smart, and making one deal stretch farther than it was ever meant to. And speaking of stretching value, number 1 is more than just a good buy. It's a full reset for your kitchen, and it's shocking how few people are taking advantage of it. Stick around. This one's the sleeper hit of the month. 1. Over and Back. Dinnerware set, 16-piece, $46.99. This isn't just about dishes. It's about moving on from the scratched, mismatched chip set that's been hanging around since your first apartment. It's about giving your meals and yourself a little more dignity at the table. Maybe you've got a family now. Maybe you just want your dinner table to feel like it's yours, not a hand-me-down war zone. Either way, this is your upgrade moment, and it doesn't have to cost a fortune. This set is clean, durable, and surprisingly stylish. You get 16 pieces, plates, bowls, mugs, for under $50. At most places, that kind of money gets you 4 pieces if you're lucky. But at Costco, you're paying for function and form, without the retail markup. It's the kind of everyday luxury that quietly lifts the whole kitchen. And honestly, there's just something powerful about serving dinner on a set that doesn't come with chips and cracks built in. This is more than a good deal. It's a reset, a small win that adds polish to your routine and pride to your home. And that's how you win at Costco. You buy smart, you buy once, and you never look back. Now before you go, What's the best deal you've ever found at Costco? Drop it in the comments, and let's help each other save smarter. And if you're serious about getting the most out of every grocery trip, check out our next video. We've got 5 underrated Costco tips that even longtime members miss. And one of them could save you hundreds this year. Remember, this isn't just about spending less. It's about spending smarter, knowing when to act, where to look, and how to make every dollar go further without giving up the good stuff. So now I want to hear from you. Which of these deals are landing in your cart this weekend? Or maybe I missed one of your go-to Costco hacks. Drop it in the comments. Let's turn this community into the smartest group of shoppers on YouTube. And hey, if you thought these picks were solid, wait until you see our video on Costco items that secretly come from high-end brands. Number 4 will make you do a double take. Click here next. Thanks for spending your time with Frugal Daily. See you in the next one.